Hey everybody, welcome back to You Be the Judge, where where,
Excellent start.
wow, right? We are your host, Charlie, aka Tuki, and my co-host.
I'm Geometric Bananas.
This is a podcast where we discuss other people's drama, and you must defend the party you're assigned to the best of your ability, and you will be assigned to it through a coin flip,
A
a
cone flip.
coin flip. Sorry, it's late. We're recording a little late today. Um, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with today's show.
You be the judge right now. You can be the judge right now. You be the judge.
Here comes the judge.
You be the judge right now. Come on now and be the judge.
So a quick, I have to address it again, and I'm going to apologize again for last week. Like I said, we are parents, and a couple things got in the way that prevented us from being able to record. So just know that we will be recording no matter what moving forward. I don't care if it's rain, shine, hail, uh,
Broken leg.
that too. I don't know why we would end up with a broken leg, but okay, yeah.
It's you.
I mean, you're the clumsy one.
How dare you?
I have fallen off a roof before and nothing happened to me. You can't stand up straight without somehow tripping.
You know what? You don't know, man.
I do know you're clumsy.
You don't pour my cereal.
Sometimes I do, but that'll be a story for another time. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started with today's episode. And the first story. Want to take it away?
Am I in the wrong for not waiting for my dad to walk me down the aisle? I love my dad and he loves me. He has this weird need to be useful, though. He has missed countless events that mattered to me because he was doing someone else a favor. I told him that if he was late for my wedding, I would not wait. I guess he forgot because someone from his church needed some help with their car on Saturday. I did not hesitate. I had my uncle ready to go. My uncle has always been there when my dad lets me down. My dad showed up 20 minutes into the ceremony. I guess he thought I would wait. At the reception, he was crying because I am his only daughter. I took away his only chance to do this. I am just sick of being an afterthought. My mom says I hurt him. I just think he has hurt me by not putting me first, ever. Am I in the wrong?
Um, to begin with, ouch. That sucks. I
Yeah.
mean, your dad really forgot about your wedding to the point where, yeah, wow. Okay. Let's do the coin flip. Let's see how this goes. You are heads, so you defend the poster.
Yes.
Jeez. Okay. So go ahead and make your count. You got ready? You got. The time starts now. Go.
Words are hard.
Very hard, right? Very
Yep.
hard. God. Okay, go ahead. Your turn. Go.
Okay, well, especially when it's your only kid, nothing should come before your kid when it is important events. Says here that he's missed I can't talk. He has missed countless events that mattered to her because he
What'd
was
you say
doing.
about words are hard?
Hey, you know what? I owned it. I own it. Anyways, he has missed countless events that mattered to her because he was doing someone else a favor. Nothing. First of all, people shouldn't even be asking you favors when it's your daughter's wedding. But, you know, this person decided to ask him to do that favor, and he's the one who said yes. You do not take any favors or nothing on the day of such an important event, especially for your only kid, your only daughter. So, yeah, there's no way to excuse this. That is such a despicable thing to do. And he has the nerve to say that she took that away from him just because, oh, I had to help somebody else. They needed help. You are the one that's in the wrong because you took this chance away from me, and I'm going to sit here and cry about it. No, I don't think so. You are in the wrong because you decided to abandon your kid when she needs you the most. So go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna chime in a few seconds earlier, but I got something in my eye. I'm not sure how that even happened. The fans are. Oh yeah, the fans are on. That's probably how. I got something in my eye. So, okay, here we go. So, okay, so the dad, right, was hoping to walk his only daughter down the aisle. Yes. Could he have maybe not taken that, you know, that favor? Absolutely, because it is your daughter's wedding. But at the same time, if he felt that he had enough time to complete that, I mean, let's be honest. Did our wedding start exactly when it was planned to? No, it didn't.
Were the
We act-
people there that meant the most to us there?
Hey, excuse me, I didn't interrupt you during your opening session.
Only because you had something in your eye.
So because I had something in my eye, it gives you the opportunity to interrupt my story, my defense.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so apparently my pain is okay. Just like, hey, I get to interrupt you now. Anyways.
Because your pain is the only thing that kept you from interrupting me. You even said it. Well, I was going to chime
No,
in.
you were at the end of because you were at the end of your argument. Anyways, so moving on, we're cutting into the time here. So the dad, right? This is his only opportunity to walk his daughter down the aisle through. It's a very important day. 9 times out of 10, and I'm gonna use that number, whether it's statistically right or wrong. I'm just gonna throw that out there. 9 times out of 10, weddings don't start at the exact time they are supposed to. Things go wrong at weddings. Our wedding is the poster child of what I just said, right?
Mhm.
And I think we've spoken before on the show about how everything went wrong at our wedding.
Yep.
A lot of things went wrong at our wedding. I think our wedding started about 45 minutes later than it should have.
Mhm.
If okay. So
How awesome were our guests, by the way, that they didn't leave, that they hung around.
yeah, I don't know why they liked us, but apparently they did. I mean, what's 20 minutes? 20 minutes, and you had somebody else walk you down. To top it off, his brother, right? Because it was her uncle.
Mhm.
So your brother took your only opportunity of walking your only daughter down the aisle. He'll never be able to do that. I mean, unless she ends up in a divorce or whatever, but hopefully not. But that's the only opportunity he'll ever have to say, I walked my daughter who I love. I gave my daughter away. That's a father's thing, right? That's something that every father gets to say. Look at how your dad was on our wedding when we were doing the practicing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just during the practice, not even during the actual wedding. During the practice, he got all emotional and started crying. And what did he do when I went for your hand?
He
When
smacked
we were
it away.
He smacked it away. Why? Because that is such a proud moment to a father, and she couldn't delay it just for 20 minutes. Like,
But guess
hey,
what?
baby, I'm on my way. Can you just hold on to it for 20 minutes? That's it. And that's all it took. That's all it took. I mean, like I said, our wedding started 45 minutes late because of everything that went wrong with ours. Things go wrong at weddings. It happens. It's part of life.
First of all, both of our dads
Mhm.
not only were not late to our wedding, my dad started getting ready super early. Way earlier than he needed to, because he wanted to make sure that everything was taken care of. Your dad was so excited about our wedding that he wanted to make sure that everything was perfect, that he was in control of for the wedding. And when our photographer showed up to your house, the look on your dad's face as he's helping you get ready is so heartwarming, because that is what a dad does.
Yeah, and I stayed up. I had my cousins over spending the night, and we stayed up till 5 in the morning playing Halo, the night before our wedding.
Yes.
I
Remember?
You remember. So things go wrong. I mean, nothing went wrong. I showed up on time. Might have been a little bit loss of sleep, but it's still. I made up that sleep that night because we had an early flight for the following day after that.
Mhm.
But still, I mean, 20 minutes. What's waiting 20 minutes? What's 20 minutes? Literally, it's less than an episode of I Love Lucy, or less than an episode of any 30-minute show.
Because it says here that the person that needed help was with help with their car. So not only are you wasting time on the day of your kid's wedding
Hmm.
Not only are you wasting time by helping this person with their car, you also have to take into account that whatever it is that you need to fix is not going to be the first time around. It's not going to get fixed the first time around. Plus, after that, you're going to be dirty because cars are dirty. You're going to have to rush home, take a shower, do your hair, get ready, and still make it to the wedding.
Yeah, but all that accounted for, he still showed up within, just 20 minutes
20
later.
minutes into the ceremony.
Because she started it at the exact time that it was supposed to. Imagine had you started the ceremony just 20 minutes later. Your dad could have been there to be the one, to be your knight in shining armor, to give you away.
The
And
only
you took
reason
that
why
from him.
our wedding started late is because the venue didn't give us everything that we needed for the music and all that. Had they given everything that we needed,
No, that was not the only reason.
okay, and my brother forgot the music.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Did
but
you take it out on your brother?
no, of course not.
No.
But
It
my brother was
a
there.
hap. It
But my-
happened. Something's happened.
But my brother was there.
Yeah, but the CD wasn't.
No, the CD wasn't. But he was. And not just because he's my brother, he is also your best man. My brother was your best man at our wedding, and he did everything he could to make that day special for us and us not be so stressed out. My sister-in-law was my maid of honor, and she kept me calm. I was freaking out that my brother was going to have an asthma attack and everything, and she was like, don't worry, your brother's fine. Let me go check on Charlie. I don't know if you remember, but she was checking on you throughout the whole thing to make sure you were good.
Yeah.
Our family was there. That is what family does. And then for the mom to
He
have
was there.
no, he was late.
He was
And then
there.
for the mom
I never
to
said
have
he didn't show. He was late. I said he was there.
no, I'm sorry. No. He showed up late. Nothing comes before your kid or their wedding. Nothing.
Yeah, but
he could have told that guy, you know what? It's in his church, you know what, dude? Sorry, I'm got my kid's wedding that day. How about I come after the wedding, maybe before the reception? Or how about I just come over the next day? I promise I will help you, just not on that day because my kid is getting married and I am giving her away.
I mean, for all we know, this car of this church member of his was his livelihood. Like, this
And
is
why
how
is
he
he
got
the
the
only
job.
one? Right? No. Why is he the only one that he had to ask? Wasn't there other people in their church
What
that
if
he
they're
could have
close
asked?
friends?
Okay, if they're close friends, then that's even more of a douchey thing because then the friend would know that the daughter is getting married.
I mean, for real. Let's be honest. What if this is the only friend he knew that was a mechanic in the church? Like, for all we know, this is the only guy who. Maybe this is the car fixer of everybody in the church.
They could have waited. It could have even been after the ceremony before the reception. But you know what? I'm sorry. And then he's like, "Oh, you took away my only chance to do this." Dude, you still have the father-daughter dance. You're the one who chose to not be there for your daughter. There is something special between dads and their daughters. They are, for the most part, the knight in shining armor. It's not all like, I can't talk. Gosh, you know what?
Words are hard, guys.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll make it a lot easier for you right now. The clock is over.
Okay.
So, I wanted you to wait for you to finish your point, but I mean, you stumbled on your words, so I guess that kind of counts for it. But you know what? Here is my true opinion. I 100% agree with you that the dad should not have taken a favor for anybody on the day of his daughter's wedding. Wow, that sounds so mafia-ish. Um, he should not have taken any favors. Absolutely not. This is your child. There's no reason you should be forgetting your child's wedding, especially if you're an only child, right? This is your only child, your only daughter, and you're forgetting her wedding day. That's a big no-no, and you should not be doing anything for anybody other than getting yourself ready, getting yourself to that venue, and walking her down the aisle. That's my personal opinion. However, I will say one thing though. The fact that she had somebody else lined up in his place, I still feel can be, I'm gonna say, on the teeter-totter of right and wrong, because it is still her dad.
He wasn't there.
I agree. But again,
And he's done this multiple times.
I know. And I'm not saying that he's not in the wrong. Absolutely, he is in the wrong. But at the same time, she took a precautionary measure for lack of trust in her father, rightfully so. And let me throw that out there. Rightfully so. But it's still a punch to the gut. And the mom, I'm sorry, the mom, you can screw off. You have no say in this because your husband is in the wrong. Period. No matter what,
Mhm.
the mom's in the wrong. So to the poster, I have mixed feelings about this. I really do, only because of the fact that you did again, and it's one of those things where it's damned if you do, damned if you don't type of things because you had a backup plan for your dad. Again, it is justified. It is 100% justified. But at the same time, you had a backup for your dad. You know what I mean? It's just, it kind of just, it gives a bad vibe off. And it's one of those things where it's like, I can't say you're right, but I don't blame you for it either.
He should be feeling ashamed.
Oh, absolutely. 100% agree.
Instead of saying, "You took this moment away from me," he should be saying, "I lost out on the only
Hmm.
chance that I had to walk my daughter down the aisle.
Yep.
I should thank my brother for at least being there since I couldn't."
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree with that. You know, it's his fault 100%. I am not saying that he's not in the wrong. I 100% feel he's in the wrong. I 100% feel he should not have taken that favor, and I 100% agree with why she did it. But it's just the fact that it was done, and you had a backup for your dad. Again, it's one of those things where it's like you're right no matter what, and I agree with what you did, but it still kind of feels a bit of a sour taste in your mouth. I mean, that's just my point of view. That's just my point of view. But you know what? I'm sure the listeners will let us know what they think. That's just my point of view. That's just my take on it. What do you think?
What everything that I said is how I feel. That dad is completely in the wrong. I have
Ev-
no sympathy for him at all.
Everything you say is how you feel. In other news, water is wet.
Everything I said is how I feel. I wasn't just, you know, trying to think of an argument because I had to defend. No. Everything I said is how I feel.
Okay.
I don't even think that she was in the wrong for using her uncle because she she just went with
Mhm.
what she's already been through.
Here's okay. Maybe this will help clarify with what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
No, no, no. Hear me out. So she had a backup prior to this day. Okay.
Yeah.
The dad not shown up and been like, okay, you know what, we have to go. Uncle, can you do this for me? That's I would have been like, okay, at least it was not pre-planned, right? It was not. But then again, it's a wedding. I don't know. I kind of feel
It
up
it,
in the air
lit-
about
it
this. I feel up in the regardless of anything, the father should not. He should not have taken any favors. He should have been there on time.
yeah, but according to what you're saying, what I'm saying is she told her dad, "Okay, this is the time of the wedding." He didn't show up. He was 20 minutes late, and she was not going to wait for him because she already knew. One, she knew that he's done this before, and she had a feeling that he was
Hmm.
going to let her down. And two, this is her wedding.
Hmm.
This
No,
is
I
not,
100% agree.
yeah, this is not something that, she's going to be, well, let me just wait because he's helping someone else out. No. That's why she told her uncle, "Hey, can you just be ready to walk me down the aisle in case my dad doesn't show up?"
That's a valid point. Okay, I can get on board with that.
So
That's a very valid point.
it's not like she was just like, "Oh, I'm not going to have him walk me down the aisle. I'm just going to use my uncle instead." No, she told him what time it started. He
Hmm.
wasn't there, and she told her uncle, "Can you just be ready to walk me down the aisle in case my dad doesn't show up?" And like clockwork, he didn't, so she had her uncle ready to go, and he walked her down the aisle.
Yeah. Okay. I 100% agree with you on that. I you changed direction on my boat, so I agree. And no, it was not forcefully. Um, so here we go. Let's go ahead and jump into the next story. Am I in the wrong for telling my coworker that it's creepy that she has a nanny cam to watch her husband? Okay, this is starting off very wrong, but let's see where this goes. Me, a 29-year-old female, my coworker, 32-year-old female, has been going through some rough times lately. Her husband is sick, respiratory issues, and was admitted to the hospital for 2 weeks. He's at home now and he's bedridden. The other day, we were, me, her, and other coworkers, sitting together chattering when I noticed my coworker looking at a live video of her husband sleeping in their bedroom. Out of curiosity, I asked about it, and she said she installed a nanny cam to be able to watch her husband while she's away from home. Not gonna lie, this felt kind of violating to me, especially when she said that he didn't know she put the camera in there. I pointed to her phone and I said it was a bit creepy. If her, I was a bit creepy if her to do that without him knowing about it. Okay, the way she wrote that, that was pretty weird. The other coworker stared at us and she lashed out saying that she was doing this out of concern for him because although his sister comes over to take care of him, she, meaning my coworker, still needs to keep an eye on him. I said that this was my opinion and that situations like this do not exactly excuse violating someone's privacy. She got mad and said that I must be projecting, which might be true, but still, it was about the concept of privacy. We had an argument and she got a bit loud and she walked away upon saying that I was judgmental and that it was none of my business anyways. The other coworkers were split on this. Some chose to stay out of it and some agreed with me that my coworker had no respect for her husband's privacy. Given the current atmosphere at the office, I'm beginning to think that I should have talked to her about it. She keeps avoiding me now. Am I in the wrong? So she wants to know if she's wrong about telling her coworker that it's pretty creepy that she's got a camera installed. So since I was the reader, let's go ahead and flip that coin, and I get heads. So I'm defending the poster.
Are we going to get 4 heads in a row again?
No comment. I don't know. It's weird, right? Because last time we got 4 tails, giggity, and now we got
Ding.
4 heads again, giggity. Nothing wrong with that, but let's dive right into it. Let me go ahead and get the timer going and go. Well, when you think about it, privacy is really all we have in this world whenever we feel at our most vulnerable moments. And especially when you don't know the camera's being put in front of you, it is kind of creepy. I mean, there's nothing, I'm watching you. Everything you do while you're sleeping, I am watching you. There's nothing creepier about that. Like, how do you justify saying I'm keeping an eye on you and you don't know about it in all your most vulnerable moments? What if he's laying down and decides to wake up and say, oh, well, guess what? Here's a fart. Just lets one out. That's a vulnerable moment that she's keeping an eye out. Getting up to pee, him struggling. Especially as a guy, when you feel vulnerable, it's very demasculating, you know what I mean, as it is, and to have to experience it knowing that not knowing that you're being watched, that when you get to the point of actually being watched and you find out about it, where do you think this person's mental health is going to go? Where do you think this person's confidence is going to go? It's going to go through the toilet because he doesn't know what she saw. For all he know, it's your most vulnerable moments. There's absolutely no reason you should be watched during your most vulnerable moments, because those are your own personal moments where nobody should be watching. Maybe he's picking his nose, maybe he's farting, doing something, whatever he's doing. It should not
Man, this guy's
be.
got some gas problems. He keeps farting.
You know what? He had the Taco Bell tacos special supreme, and you just don't know, dude. Okay, we've all been there. Okay, I sure as hell know you have. So, yeah, your turn. Take it away.
Okay, well, when your spouse is sick, you need to do everything that you can to make sure that they are well taken care of. Yeah, the sister is going over and taking care of her brother. That's great. But what if the sister is, in the kitchen making him something and he's taking a nap and he starts going into distress? How is she going to know that if she's in the kitchen and she's cooking? If she's keeping an eye on her husband through a nanny cam, she can call up her sister-in-law and say, hey, he's in trouble, he's not breathing, or he's in distress, go get him now. She is able to go in there and take care of him. And when it's a respiratory issue, you have a very short window of time before something really, really bad happens. And I don't remember if it says here. Okay, it just says that he's sick. Oh, and he was admitted into the hospital for 2 weeks. That's a long time. So I'm pretty sure that they sent him home with maybe an oxygen tank or something. And you need to make sure that you're there to, since you're not there to actually take care of your husband yourself, you need to do what you can to be able to take care of him. No one is going to know your husband the way that you know him. Just like you know how to read me when I'm getting ready to have an asthma attack. I haven't even had it yet, and okay, she's gonna have one within a few minutes. You know how to read me like that. It's the same way with this woman and her husband. I'm pretty sure that she's able to read his body language and know, okay, something bad is going down. My husband needs attention right now. She's not there to give it to him. So if she has the nanny cam, she can let her sister-in-law know. And if the sister-in-law's not there, then she can call 911. Because if he's having respiratory issues, he's not going to be able to get to a phone to do it himself.
Okay, but how different is that from having an actual nurse at the house? She's going to have her lunch. She's going to have to get up to go eat. She's going to have to get up to do something at some point, go to the restroom. How is that different from having an actual nurse at the house?
Even if there was a nurse, she would still have this nanny cam.
Well, that would be also a lack of privacy because you're watching these two people at your house.
She doesn't have it for reasons that she doesn't trust him. She has it because she wants to make sure that her husband is alive.
So what is the purpose of having this camera around without him knowing? I mean, it'd be a lot less creepy if he knew about it. She said, hey, I just want to let you know, I want to keep an eye on you while I'm away, so I'm just going to set up a camera to make sure you're okay. At least that way, if he does feel the need to, fart or whatever the case may be. And the real reason why I bring up fart is because
this man is having so many farting issues.
He had the cottage cheese, dude. You don't know, all right?
Wow, Taco Bell is selling cottage cheese now.
You know what? He jumped around, okay?
Oh my god.
Anyways, so you just don't know. You just don't know. There's so many things that can be done in the privacy of your own home, and that's why it's called privacy, right? Is it okay to start really watching somebody like that? That's so wrong, especially when they don't know about it.
Okay, but she's not like she put this in when they first got married. She put this in after he was already admitted into the hospital for 2 weeks.
She didn't put that in before they were married that we know of, because she strikes me as the type of person that would put it in just in case, even when he was healthy.
Okay, yeah. So it says right here that she added the camera because she needed to keep an eye on him after he got sick.
Okay, so then why is the sister there?
To take care of him.
But if someone's already keeping an eye on him, why should she feel the need to watch him behind his back?
Okay, well, when somebody is sick, you're not going to bombard them with a bunch of unnecessary details that they don't need to know about.
Yes, they do need to know about it. Absolutely. If you're being watched 24/7, you should know about it.
They're married. It's not 24/7 because when she gets home, it's not like she's still watching the phone.
You never know. For all we know, she might just be doing that. If you're the type of person that's going to invade someone's privacy like that, that's just wrong. And she's doing something wrong because she didn't tell him.
I don't think she didn't tell him because it was, oh, I'm doing something wrong. I need to. No, it's just, okay, I need to keep an eye on my husband. I need to make sure he's okay. I'm just not going to tell him this that way because he just got out of the hospital. I'm not going to put more stress on him that he doesn't need.
And chances are, if the hospital sent you home and you're in this much of a critical condition, the machinery that they would have provided to you would have had some sort of an alarm if something went wrong, though.
No, it doesn't.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure because when they
I've met
send
plenty of people that were on oxygen tanks that automatically called 911 the second they stopped breathing.
all the ones that I've seen, it's on you. If they're in that bad of a condition, they need somebody to be there with them because in the case that something happens, you need to be able to call someone so that they can go to you.
Hence why the sister was there. He was being watched pretty much 24/7.
Just because you're being watched on the camera doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that the camera can take care of your needs. The camera can't cook for you. The camera can't give you water. The camera can't do these things to help you out that you need.
Correct. But there's applications on your phone. Hey Siri, call the hospital, call this, call that, whatever the case may be. There's plenty of measures in place that you can take before going to the point of actually spying on your husband. I'm gonna call it for what it is. It's spying.
Respiratory issues.
Yes.
What if his breathing starts to slow down while the sister is doing something, not in the room with him? And she's gonna think, okay, he's resting, I'm not gonna go bother him right now. And by the time she actually does go to check on him, it's too late.
What if he puts on a clown suit and starts singing the Oompa Loompa song? We're gonna play a game of what ifs? No, it's still wrong.
It's valid because
It's not valid.
it is valid because if the wife is keeping an eye on him through the camera, she could call up her sister-in-law and say, your brother is freaking dying. You need to get in there because he's not breathing. You need to call 911 now.
Pretty sure she would have heard the alarm going off.
What alarm? Not all machines have a monitor like that. And that's even assuming if they even sent
And
machine home.
even if it was a nurse, that's still like, no, like if it was a nurse, she would still have to step away from him just to use the bathroom, just to go, grab some food for her.
Exactly, which is why the wife has the camera in there to keep an eye on him from when the moments that someone else cannot.
Okay, but he's being watched 24/7 by his sister, correct?
No, he's only being watched by his sister while the wife is at work.
Okay, what I'm saying is he needs constant care.
Yes.
Okay. At some point, this woman needs to realize that you're not just watching your husband anymore. You're watching his sister too. She's on that camera just as much as he is. Now, let's add a little more of a twist to the story that could project. And I say this because it can happen. It's not a hypothetical, it's a possibility. How often do we see on the internet where these cameras get taken over by random people on the internet?
A lot. Yeah.
Exactly. So the sister is now being compromised via online for open ridicule, if that was the case, by some random person who's trying to hack into their camera system. And now you just compromised your husband's sister. This is why a full disclosure, in my opinion, would be necessary. So I'm going to end it at that because we are actually at 12 minutes.
Okay.
I got too into it. I'm gonna go ahead and let you give your opinions first. What do you think?
I'm in the middle, honestly. I agree with you that this is an invasion of his privacy, that she should have let him know, but I get why she did it because I do stand by, what if there's something happening when someone is not in there? Nobody's going to know and you're not going to get there with enough time to get them the help that they need. But she should have told him, you know what? Is it okay with you if I install a camera just to keep an eye on you? And if he says no, then you know what? You got to respect that decision.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I see why she did it. but going about it without saying a thing to nobody about it, that's a problem. It is creepy in my opinion. It is really creepy. I get what you're doing it. I get you're doing it for my own benefit and for my own health, but you have to tell me about this. This is still very personal, and there's no reason why a camera. So to the poster, the fact that you brought this out to your coworker, I say you are not in the wrong because I guarantee you the husband laying in that bed would want to know that he's being watched 24/7 through a webcam and potentially by anybody else who's hacked that camera.
I mean, I
So
doubt anybody's going to hack that camera. And if they are able to hack that camera, I doubt they're going to sit there and be like, yeah, let's watch this guy who's sick, but I,
you'd be surprised what people watch in this world.
well, point is that we don't feel that okay. Is she in the wrong the question is, am I in the, oh, I'm in the wrong story. Hold on.
Nice.
I was in the wrong one. I was already prepping for the next one.
Nice.
Am I in the wrong for telling her that it's creepy? Okay, is she in the wrong for thinking it's
Can
creepy?
you get your thought
Absolutely not.
out?
Stop talking. Is she in the wrong for thinking
Today, Junior?
it is not wrong that she thinks it's creepy? She probably should have minded her own business and telling her you shouldn't be doing that.
The only thing I will say as far as the poster and why she is asking if she's in the wrong, I probably would have done that a little bit more in private.
Yeah.
Maybe not called her out in front of all the coworkers like that. That was probably in the wrong. But the fact that you did it, I don't think you were in the wrong for because it is creepy. In my opinion, it is creepy no matter how you paint the picture. Granted, her intentions were hopefully pure, but
Let me ask
still,
you a question.
it's still weird.
If your best friend, he is your best friend, and I know how you and him are with each other. If he was doing something like this, be honest, do you think that you would tell him straight out, hey, dude, what you're doing is creepy? Or would you do it in a more respectable way?
If you're talking to me about me and my best friend,
Yes, you and your best friend.
bro, why are you being a peeping Tom? That's exactly what I would say. Why are you being a peeping Tom? And you know I would say that.
So you would straight out tell him, bro, you're being creepy.
I would no, I wouldn't say you're being creepy. I say quit being a peeping Tom. That's
That's
exactly
what,
how I would say it. And you know that's exactly what I would say.
yeah, but you wouldn't straight out tell him, dude, you're being creepy. Because that's what she said here. She said
I would
that
say
she,
you're being creepy, bro. I really would say that. Like that's just the type of personality I have. And you know that to be
okay,
true.
okay. So what about somebody who you were just colleagues with? Not your best friend, just colleagues.
Maybe I wouldn't put it so aggressively, but I would still say it. That's a bit questionable. It's a bit creepy.
See,
I would not again, I would not do it in front of other people.
see, I
That's where I would draw
wouldn't.
the line. I would not do that in front of other people the way she did.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd be like, that's none of my business.
It is. It is none of your business, and it's none of my business. It's nobody's business but the wife's. But without being called out, there's no accountability. And there has to be accountability, in my opinion, for this because it's not ethically or morally right by any standards to be watching somebody when they don't know they're being watched.
Yeah,
That's just my opinion. I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion. If you want to watch me on a camera, hey, that's fine, but get my consent first.
yeah,
Especially since he's not the only one in that room. That's
yeah,
that's my biggest gripe is that he's not the only one in that room.
yeah. My thing is that I totally get why she was doing it, but she should have asked him first. And if he said, you know what, no, I'm not okay with that, then you got to respect it.
Yep, that's exactly how I feel about it. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next story. Go ahead, take it away.
Just for a little aside, listeners, we are going to do something a little different today. We are only tackling 3 stories just to see, change these up. Change
We're only tankling. I don't know what tankling means, but I'm listening.
tackling. I said tackling.
No, you said tankling.
Hey, you know what? You want to get into this again, fool? Because the last episode, remember, you said that I said like some wrong number, and I ended up being correct because we listened back to it, and I was right. You were wrong.
Oh my God, your Mexican just came out in you. Like your accent y todo, dude. Like your whole accent, like Mexican side just came out right there. Attitude, like wow.
See, look at you're
Wow.
using this. You're using this to get out of it because you know I'm right.
We're going to child number 3 today. All right. Go ahead. Take it away. Next story.
I am trying to tell the beautiful people that we are not tackling 4 stories today. We are doing 3. We are trying something different.
You hear that,
So
listeners? We're tackling 3 today.
I am continuing on. Am I in the wrong for telling my coworker that it's creepy? Oh, I meant
You're diving right. Wow. That's the
I
same
told you
story we just read.
I told you I had the okay.
We're
Am I in the
Oh my god. Wow. We should record late more often because our dumb side is really just showing this time. I love it.
uh,
I love it.
am I in the wrong for telling my fiance it is partly her fault that my family is fighting and calling what she did gossiping? My fiance and I are currently planning a wedding and dealing with all of the stress that comes with that. Sorry, I needed to breathe. When she went wedding dress shopping, she decided to invite my mom as an olive branch, as they have never really had an easy relationship. My mom decided to try on wedding dresses during my fiance's appointment for her own wedding. Not one She's not one of those mother-in-laws wearing white things. And my fiance was
No joke.
understandably
I'm sorry to cut you off. Right there, we said MIL, like mother-in-laws. To the audience, it says MILS. I literally thought it said MILFs. Go ahead. Sorry, continue.
and my fiance was understandably furious. When she told me, I tore my mom a new one. I told her if she pulled any more stuff like this, that she would be uninvited. I told my fiance, who was very happy with how I handled it, so I thought we could move on. Then my cousin, who by the way we are not close with and who is kind of a mean person, asked my fiance what the fight was about because she had heard my mother's fiance saying he is done with us. My fiance told her, so okay, let me reread that because it's kind of written weird. My fiance told her what happened, so she told her mom, who would be the aunt, who told everyone. Now the entire family is attacking us, calling us mentally ill, saying my fiance is a narcissist for thinking my mom couldn't try on anything at the boutique. My grandparents are threatening to not come. It's a mess. I recently sat down with my fiance to talk about how to move forward. She said my family is crazy, and I agreed, but I asked why she told my cousin. She seemed taken aback and said she only told her the truth. I said she knows my cousin gossips, and I don't understand why she would tell her anything. And I feel she is partly responsible, which hurt me as I thought I had done a great job handling my mom. My fiance was clearly hurt and said it wasn't her fault at all and she won't be blamed. She said she has the right to share the truth with anyone, and I shouldn't shame her. Now, am I in the wrong?
Well, if that didn't confuse you like crazy, I don't know what else will. All right, well, let's go ahead and flip the coin to see what you're gonna get. It's been heads all 2 times, and it's gonna be heads again. Wow.
Ding.
I don't know what's up. I think this coin is broken. This internet
We
coin is
need to
broken.
get you a coin, an
I just
actual coin.
don't want the coin to flip and fall off the table, and then I'm gonna have to like go scrambling for it and get lost.
How
And
bad are you at flipping coins?
I'm not bad, but these glasses have not been doing me any justice lately. So bad, I guess. All right, so you're gonna be defending the poster, okay? And ready, go.
Okay. Gosh, how do I defend this?
I gotta say, this is one of the most confusing stories we've ever dealt with so far.
It's not confusing to me. I totally get what's going on. I just didn't get the side that I wanted. So let me start like this. When you're planning your wedding, you expect people who you invite to go with you wedding dress shopping to be there present with you and help you pick out the dress that you need for your day. When they can go, if they happen to be planning their own wedding, then they can go on another day on their own time and find something for them. But if I'm inviting you to pick out my wedding dress, especially if you're going to be my future mother-in-law, I'm inviting you to be there with me. So it would be nice to have a little bit of attention for that. And that's all I've got right now, so go ahead.
I was about to ask, is that all you got? Well, you know what? At the same time, though, yes, I get it. It is your big day, right? But you're already inviting your mother-in-law because you know that you and her are on rocky grounds as it is, right?
Yeah.
If you know your mother-in-law is also getting married, what better way to bond than over a wedding dress? Like, the whole purpose of inviting your mother-in-law to begin with was for a bonding time because you guys don't have the best relationship as it is. And now you have the opportunity, like, hey, wow, you mother-in-law, you would look great in that dress. Wow, mother-in-law, you would look great in that dress. That would be a perfect bonding time. Don't get me wrong, like, if you and your friend were getting married at the same time, okay, and you guys went wedding dress shopping together, would you seriously tell me that you would make 2 separate appointments, one for you, one for her? No. You're gonna go out there and try each other's dresses on, try this dress on, try that dress on, and give each other your guys' positive feedback. You guys, it would be more of a bonding moment, right? What better of a bonding moment than to be dress shopping together? Well, you for her, done and done. And in my opinion, that would be a great selling point, a great relationship. I trying to think of my $100 word here, but I'm losing it. Yeah.
Bonding experience.
You know what? Yes.
Okay.
I'll buy a vowel, please.
Okay, but this is the thing. If you are inviting somebody to help pick out a dress for you,
Okay.
how is there any bonding when they're walking around the store picking out their own dress? You're
Because
supposed
you-
to chase them around and look for them, hunt them down in the store. Okay, here, what do you think? No, you don't like it? Okay, let me go back and find another dress and then hunt you down again.
That's exactly what you do, because there's gonna be so many dresses you have to browse by. So it's like you know that someone's taste, and you go around looking for a dress. That's what you do. Like you're gonna cover more ground if you split. If you're not, like I say, split up, because how big can a store really be, right? Having these wedding dresses, especially if you're going together. Okay, yeah, some of them can be pretty big, but within reason. You know, it's not like we're going to Costco and you're being on one side of the building, I'm going to be the opposite side of the building. It's not IKEA, you know. You don't just follow the arrows on the floor.
Do you remember where I got my dress?
I remember that we played Halo that night, and the rest of it's a blur.
Basically, wedding dress stores can be massive.
Yes, but again, you cover more ground if you. I'm not gonna say split up, but split up within reason, right? If I'm within an earshot away from you, I don't think that's too far from each other. And then once you get a couple of dresses together and be like, hey, look what I found, look what I found, look what I found, try this on, try that on. And you know, it's like, or even if you're going to cover the grounds together, that's perfectly fine. But this is a good way to bond. It's a good bondage time. That's a bad choice of words. Bonding time. Bonding time. This is a great bonding time. I did not mean bondage. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry for that one. That went south so fast. Bonding time.
So fast.
Yeah, I didn't. No. Is a great bonding opportunity for you and your mother-in-law, who are not even on good grounds as it is. Like, you know, she's getting married. So why not use that as an opportunity to make amends?
Okay, now why can't, since I'm extending the olive branch to her and saying, hey, why don't you go wedding dress shopping with me and we'll handle my wedding today, and then let's go maybe next weekend so that way we can be focused on you and I'll help you pick out a dress for your wedding and let all the attention be on you.
Because in order in order to make a positive growth, one person has to be the stepping stone. One person has to make that.
She did.
Small.
She's the one who invited her mother-in-law.
Yes, but she's looking for a dress herself. You know, she's getting married. It's just a kill two birds with one stone type of deal. You know? And why not? I guarantee you, if you're in the market to shop for a car, you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go buy a car. And your friend's like, hey, me too. Why don't we go together? Well, you know what? It's your turn to buy a car, so I'm not going to buy a car. It's not like she went.
You cannot compare getting a
You
car.
can, and I will tell you why.
Once in a lifetime thing when you're getting married.
It's not a once in a lifetime thing.
You're
It's not.
right. I should not have said that, but it
It's
is
not
a
a once in a
big
lifetime thing.
deal.
No, the
But
reason
it
why I
is a
say
big deal.
the reason why I say it's not a once in a lifetime thing is because there are many other wedding dress shops, right? So what if she goes to the dress shop, does not find the dress she wants, and now has to go to another one? So it's not a once in a lifetime opportunity because she's gonna go dress shopping, right? It's very different when you go to a wedding. You're not wedding shopping, right? You don't show up, say I do, oh wait, no, I don't, and go to a next wedding. It doesn't work that way. But with a wedding dress, it's completely different. It's a wedding dress shopping. You're just shopping. The once in a lifetime opportunity happens when you say I do. It's at the ceremony. It's at the, what's the other word?
Reception?
Yes, that too. So that's the once in a lifetime opportunity, not the shopping part, right? Because you're still unsure. This is just a you're trying to gather
When you're
everything
planning a
together.
wedding, part of the experience of it is the planning of it.
Yes, it is part of the experience, but it's not the main day. It's not the wedding dress shopping is not your day, right? There are plenty of other women that are there that also dress shopping. Okay, so this is not your day yet. It's not your day yet. When it's your day, 100%. If the mother-in-law would have said, "Hey, you know what? While the preacher's here, why don't we have him do my wedding too at the same time?" Then I agree with you. Then she has every right to be upset. But this is a wedding dress. You're going wedding dress shopping, you know? They
Question.
sell M&Ms at the place, for Christ's sake. Like, come on.
The question is he in the wrong for, let me go back to the question. Is he in the wrong for basically putting the blame on her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I in the wrong for telling my fiance it is partly her fault that my family is fighting
Mm-hmm.
and calling what she did gossiping? I'm not gonna argue.
We kind of veered off way far from that question, in my opinion.
Well, to answer the question, is he in the wrong? I'm gonna say yeah, because that's his fiance. He needs to stand by her.
I just want to add, you're defending him, the poster. So you just kind of went against him. I just want to say that.
No, you are.
No, you got heads. You read the story. Your side
wait a
says
minute.
yes. You're defending the poster.
Hold on.
No, you didn't.
Hold on, wait.
No.
Hold on, wait.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Oh, I was defending
The
whole
poster,
time I was
you got heads.
Yes, but I'm trying to remember. I was defending the fiance.
No, you're defending
Yeah,
the poster.
but no. I'm saying my argument. My argument this whole time, I was defending the fiance.
Yeah, but I said the what?
Wait a minute. Was I defending the wrong person this
You were
whole
defending
time?
his friend. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, I was defending the wrong person.
And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, you do not do drugs.
I don't do drugs.
Well, anyways, so would you like to put? Hey, look at that! We're at 10-minute mark.
Oh god, good.
You
Okay.
did a horrible job at defending the
I-
poster. You didn't
okay,
even address any of his stuff. Oh my god.
But because you know what, honestly, I think the fiance. Okay, this is my honest opinion now coming out.
I think your
I
train of
think-
thought is nowhere to be found.
My true honest thought is that the fiance is a bridezilla.
My honest opinion about that, I agree, because there's
Yeah.
no reason you should be getting upset
And
that
yeah,
your soon-to-be
none.
mother-in-law is trying out a dress. Again, this is dress shopping, so
Yeah,
Like,
I don't see the big deal. In
I
it.
didn't. We didn't really touch on the actual question. Is
Yeah.
he in the
At
wrong
all.
for telling his future or his soon-to-be wife that she's a reason for all the drama? I'm gonna say I don't know how I feel about that because I'm gonna say I don't know. I want somebody else's opinion on this because She caused a lot of drama. She spoke to somebody knowing that this person's a gossiper, right? When someone's a gossiper in the family, and believe me, every family has one.
Mhm.
Every family has at least one gossiper in their family. But at the same time, this is your a newlywed, right? This is they're getting married. Do you really want to start off on that type of wrong foot? I don't know. I feel very mixed about this. Feel very very mixed about this. But let me know. What do you think?
Yep. Let us know what you think.
Hmm. No, I'm talking to you.
Oh, what?
Oh my god. Oh
Okay.
my god.
Okay. I told you what I think.
We
I
got to
think
record
the
it late more often because your brain is just like on auto tune.
I
Not auto
think
tune, on autopilot.
autopilot. Okay,
Yes.
I think that she's in the wrong completely, the fiance. Is she's making such a big deal of this for no reason at all.
You know what? I agree 100%, and that's what I'm going to send. You know what? What you just said right now just kind of gave me the nudge in the direction that I wanted. So I'm going to say to the poster, no, you're not in the wrong, buddy. You're not in the wrong because your bride is acting like a bridezilla,
Mhm.
and beware from what's coming. That's all I'm going to say. But, anyways, that's all the time we have for today. Everybody, that's going to be a wrap for today. Let us know what your thoughts are and your arguments, and who do you think is in the wrong and who do you think is in the right. And don't forget to write us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all the social medias ever. And let us know what your thoughts were on who won. And if you have a different perspective to the stories that we've read today, please let us know what they are. If there's a story you'd want us to read, or even feature a story that happened to you or a situation which you currently find yourself in, please email at ohsojudgy@gmail.com. Don't worry, we'll keep your names and the scenarios discreet so that way you don't have any family drama like this guy did, because that's going to really suck. So, on that note, until next time.
You be the judge right now. You can be the judge right now. You be the judge.
Here comes the judge.
You be the judge right now.